She got nothing in return, not even knowledge of what had happened to Karen. Government authorities had dismissed her, ignoring her entreaties or meeting them with a practiced formality that barely masked their apathy. In that void, her grief gave way to acceptance and then to resolve, to seek revenge and pursue justice herself for Karen and for the other families of the disappeared. Karen, her youngest, had been for Medium an unexpected pregnancy. The baby's birth had breathed new life into her failing marriage. With Karen gone, Medium had vowed to track down everyone responsible or die trying. 4 of the people on her target list, people she deemed responsible for her daughter's disappearance, were now in prison. Another 6 were dead at the hands of the Mexican Marines, gunned down in a raid of the ranch from which the group operated. Retribution for Medium began as a means to transform pain into purpose, and then became an all-consuming force. And now, based on a tip, she was close to her new target, number 11, the florist. As she moved among the vendors up toward the bridge itself, she clutched a photo, the sole image she had of the florist. Skinny, with oval eyes and a bright complexion, the florist still very much looked like an adolescent. Medium had known him as a child when he sold roses on the streets of San Fernando, where they lived in the Mexican state of Tamaulipas. The florist had moved to San Fernando as a kid and had stopped attending school in order to earn a living. In later years, he struggled to read and write. On his daily rounds, he would often walk past Medium's store with a bouquet of roses under his arm. Medium had once had a soft spot for the boy. He was skinny and not well looked after, in her opinion. If he passed her market and Medium and their 3 more fortunate children were eating, she would invite the florist to join them. But like the town itself, the florist of earlier years had become little more than a memory. Once a small village of farmers and cattle ranchers, San Fernando was now cursed, run on violence and fear by the Zeta drug cartel, consumed by the same daylight gunfights, beheadings, and disappearances that plowed through all of Tamaulipas, located in the far northeast of the country. The town was now infamous for the atrocities that had come to define Mexico's war on drugs. The military campaign launched by the Mexican government in 2006 to curtail the flow of narcotics to the United States, and the growing power of the drug cartels who were moving them. With Mexican soldiers on the streets, violence between the army and the cartels grew ubiquitous and unpredictable. The military fought the cartels fought one another, and innocents trapped on the battlefronts fell prey to the volatile whims of armed groups. Now on the street leading up to the bridge, Medium walked by eateries, money changers, and pharmacies selling Viagra, studying the faces of everyone she passed. The moment she hung up with the tipster, she had called Luis to drive her to the bridge, located 2 hours north in Matamoros, a bustling city of 500,000 people. Though she and Luis had separated years before, they still worked together, an unlikely pair of vigilantes, to find Karen's killers. Medium paused every few minutes to show locals the photo of the florist, hoping someone might have seen him in the area. Street hawkers often recognized one another, even total strangers. Luis sold home goods and cowboy hats in the San Fernando market, a single-story building fronted by a brick colonnade near the town center. She worked there too, selling cowboy boots from her own store, and she could remember the face of just about everyone that came and went with any regularity. But none of the people she asked now recalled seeing the florist. Not from her dated picture, anyhow. She edged close.